Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing some literacy and we're going to be looking at kenning poems. And now, before we do anything, I'm going to tell you what a kenning poem is. So, a kenning poem is a metaphor or a riddle made to describe something using two words or a short phrase. Now, I've got some examples of words that we can use. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be describing things from this book, The Great Pekri, to describe some of the animals or maybe the things in the rainforest. Okay, so to give you an example of one of the poems, I'm just going to flick through this book and find an animal that I can use. So the first animal in the book is a boa constrictor, which is a snake. So I've got two sets of words here. Some of them are more like nouns, and then some of them are a bit more like verbs. So I'm going to find a noun and a verb that I think would really fit well into describing a snake. So straight away on the top of my verb pile, I can see the word strangler, which I think is really good to describe a snake. Now I'm going to look for a noun. And I think flesh might be a good one. So for my boa constrictor, I think flesh strangler might be a good start. So I'm going to write that down and then I'm going to look for another one. Okay, so I've got my flesh strangler written down and I'm still looking for a few more for the snake. So I'm going to keep looking. I've got grass here. I think I can probably find, here we go. So grass slitherer, because snakes slither, so I think that's a good way to describe it, and it can be going through the grass. So grass slitherer, I think, will be my next one. I'm going to write that down. So far for my boa constrictor, I've got flesh strangler and grass slitherer. I'm going to find one more, and then I'm going to move on to a different animal or thing in the rainforest. So I've got branch, poison maybe, air, colour, bone, human, fruit, day. I'm going to go for, let's go for human. Where was human? Well, let's go for bone actually, because I can see at the top of this pile I've got biter. So bone, biter would be a good one for my snake. So I'm going to write that one down and then I'm going to read it to you. So bone, biter. Let's read the poem now. So, now the thing about kenning poems is that when you write them, you don't want people to know what it is unless they read the poem. So I've already told you that it's about a snake, but for my next one, I'm not going to show you what the animal is, and I'm going to write the poem and see if you can guess what animal it is. So for our snake, it's flesh strangler, grass slitherer, bone biter. So those are all clues or a riddle for the person listening to your poem to guess what your poem is about. And in this case, it's about my snake, my boa constrictor. I'm going to look for another animal now, and then I'm going to make another poem for you. Okay, so I've chosen another animal now, but I'm not going to tell you what it is this time. But I'm going to go through the words with you, and I'm going to tell you which ones I think will suit my animal. So I've got rhythm, I'm not going to use, poison, air, branch, I think I'm going to use branch, I'm going to keep that, and then I've got roller coaster, singer, cruncher, sleeper, hugger. I'm going to go for hugger. So my first line is branch hugger. So that's what my first line is going to be. Okay, so we've got our first line. We're going to go for our second one now. And this time I'm going to go for tree, night, leaf, no, water. Let's go for rainforest. Rainforest. I'm not going to go for swimmer. Not catcher. I'm not going to use slitherer because that'll be too similar to my other one. I've got some more. I'm going to go for sleeper. So rainforest sleeper. And I'm going to give you one more clue. So I haven't told you what the animal is, but I want you to see if you can work it out before I tell you. So I've used those ones. I'm going to look for a different one now. Fruit, human. I'm going to go for human actually. And I've got snatcher, swimmer. I've got impersonator. I'm going to put human impersonator because I think that this animal is sometimes similar to humans. Okay, so here is my kenning poem for this animal. Now I know which animal it is, but you don't, but this is your last chance to try and guess what it is. So I've got branch hugger, rainforest sleeper, and human impersonator. Okay, so that is my kenning poem about my animal. I'm going to give you a second to guess it. You can pause the video if you want to. I'm going to write down the name of my animal that I was describing and I'm going to show you what it is. Okay, and my animal that I was describing was a sloth. Okay, and I chose these words because I feel like when they're in the tree, they're sort of hugging the branches. And I think they do a lot of sleeping and they live in the rainforest. So it's rainforest sleeper. And I put human impersonator because I feel like sometimes humans look a bit like sloths when they're sleeping as well sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna do one more and I want you to try and guess what it is. This time I've chosen something that isn't in this book, but it's definitely in the rainforest. So I'm gonna look for some words now. I've got day, I've got night, I've got a hot tub, leaf, water, earth. I'm going to go for earth for my first word. And then I've got snatcher, swimmer, catcher, spitter. I'm going to go for earth spitter. Okay, that's my first line, or your first clue. So earth spitter. Okay. Let me look for more hints. I've got colour, air. Yeah, I'm going to go for air for my second one. Stalker, leaper, washer, cruncher, singer, roller coaster, catcher. And I'm going to go for swimmer. So air swimmer. Okay, so I've got earth spitter and air swimmer. I'm going to go for one more describing this same thing. Okay, so I've got poison, rhythm, fruit, water. I'm going to go for water. And then to describe it, let's have stalker, leaper, washer, cruncher, singer. I'm going to go for singer. So I've got water, singer. Okay, so your clue to guess what I'm describing are these. Earth spitter, air swimmer, water singer. Okay, so think about it for a second. Earth spitter, air swimmer, water singer. What could that be? Think about it. I'm going to write down what the answer is now. This is what my poem was about. Okay, my poem was about the rain. Okay, I chose it because earth spitter, I feel like the rain is spitting onto the earth. Air swimmer, I feel like because the rain is in the air, it sort of looks like it's swimming through the air sometimes. And water singer, I went for because the rain is made of water, and when it hits something, it makes a sound. So I went for singer. Okay. So what you can do at home, if you want to try these poems, is just think of lots of different nouns that you can use, and then think of some verbs that you can use, and then just play around with mixing them together. So if I just pick up two random ones, I've got leaf cruncher. So leaf cruncher I think I could use for an insect maybe, because a few insects eat leaves. If I get another one, let's go for rhythm roller coaster. So anything that makes a loud noise, I would use rhythm roller coaster for, because I feel like it sounds a bit like music and it's really loud. Okay, so that's just a few examples. Your challenge is to do the same thing. You don't need to make big cards like this or anything. You can just write down a list of words, and then when you combine them, you just can think of some things that you can use to describe. So for rhythm roller coaster, I might do the thunder maybe, because it makes loads of different noises and it's sort of into a rhythm. Okay everyone, that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you want to do this at home, all you need to do is think of some nouns and some verbs and just practice with putting them all together. So you can think about maybe what your favourite animal from the rainforest is, and for example, if it's a jaguar, you can think of different ways that they move or different nouns that you can use maybe. Okay, and I hope you are all able to do this, and thank you for watching.